Variance transmission is a concept within robust design. It's important for users that want to really advance their designs to a next level. It's a very important concept to understand. I've drawn a little graph to try and help explain it. If this x-axis is an input variable into your system, and the y-axis is an output variable, let's say that we have this performance curve. If you have the capability of controlling your input variable within this window, whatever this I'll call delta is, if you kind of translate that up and kind of look across, you can predict the rough variability of your output. And so for a given delta of that input, you can see in this region of that performance curve, the output shift is going to be very nominal, very, very small. However, if you take that same delta over to the right-hand side of the performance curve and roughly draw the same window, and you translate that, that's going to be a much different variability in that output. So if you go delta 1, delta 1, delta 2, delta 2, that's a huge difference in output performance. And to me, this is how a performance curve may look. Yeah, it may perform better on average, but it's going to move all around. Versus here, it's going to be locked in and dialed. And if the customer can accept that, that might be a better place to operate for him. However, if that input range is incredibly small, and let's say it's here to here on this curve, and you translate that out to here, yeah, it's going to vary more, but it's such a very tight, very precise input that you can control. Then the variance in that output is going to be reasonably small, and you're probably okay if you can really dial it in super tight. So it all depends upon that input variance, and then the acceptable output variance you have. When you're doing DOE, you can see this. This information is available for you as part of what you achieve, and then being able to make these strategic decisions of where do we want to operate, here tightly, there loosely. You can make an informed decision on your product design. Obviously, to do one input, one output, this is pretty simple. However, you can get into certainly way more complicated situations, which is reality, but then handle those with more advanced tools as well. We're not going to get into that other than just to give you a high level. Monte Carlo analysis is a piece of that, but there's a lot more techniques and tools within that framework. And you don't even have to go that far to a Monte Carlo analysis. You can conceptually break this down just within a decent designer experiment software to move yourself in that direction to a more robust and design, and considering the variance transmission impacts of your final design decisions. If you would like a robust design, if you'd like help implementing variance transmission concepts to get the best and the most out of your product to make good final decisions, contact us at Perry Solutions. We will help you find your solution.